Today, let's talk about sewing with mesh fabric and some tips. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are going to be talking about sewing with mesh fabric. Now, mesh fabric's really interesting, so you could think of the type of fabric that is used in laundry bags, produce bags, how sometimes you have like a pocket in backpacks. In addition, I know that a lot of mesh materials now used in different types of clothing. So you can see here I have this one with the little sequins on it, and then I just have this white, almost more athletic type. So lots of different ways that you can use mesh fabric. There's lots of different examples. Some are even stretchy and some are non-stretchy. So it's a very vast type of material that is available, and it has actually a lot of different purposes. And today we're going to be talking about sewing with it as well as some tips for how to use it, because it does have that whole like material, you have to do things a little bit differently. So the first big tip I would say is, especially when it comes time to actually cutting it out, I would use a rotary cutter. So you can see here I just cut some as a little example. Very easy to cut through, but some mesh materials a little bit slippery than others, so the rotary cutter is going to help you with that if you use pattern weights. In addition, I would highly recommend quilting clips. So because it does have those little holes in it, sometimes the pins can slip out. So quilting clips are going to stay in place and be a lot easier to work with than trying to use this with pins. Now, when it comes time to actually sewing on your machine, I would highly recommend using a very thin, sharp needle. You could try a Microtex needle if you had one on hand, but if you're just using regular non-stretch mesh fabric, you can get away with your universal needle going with a smaller size. And you could definitely test this out to see which one was best for your mesh. But if you are using a stretch mesh, be sure to use a ballpoint needle. This is going to allow you to not have your fabric be snagged, and it will work best with the type of material. Now, when we are actually getting into the sewing machine process, you're going to want to be sure for your thread to use a very lightweight thread, such as 100% polyester. You could also use a clear thread if you would like. But one of the big things with mesh is, because it is see-through, you have to really think about how you're going to be finishing off the edges, how you are going to be doing those seams. So you can see on the here when I made this type of skirt, I did it very badly. This was more of a mock-up anyways, and I didn't want to actually damage the fabric, so I just took a basting stitch all the way around. But as you can see, the way that the mesh fabric is, you can see almost any seam allowance through it. So when you are coming time for those edges and sewing, you have a couple different options. First, you could do a French seam. Second, you could do bias tape, especially along that seam allowance, to sort of hide it. Or third, you could actually use your serger. That's another very quick and easy way to go through this. But lots of different options. You just really want to make sure that you're having nice, clean seams. You could also use a zigzag or overlock stitch on your regular sewing machine. So we will talk about that and kind of show what a French seam would look like. French seams really aren't that hard. It's just a couple extra steps. Now, for actually sewing, I would highly recommend using a walking foot. Some things say to use a non-stick foot as well, depending on the type of mesh you have. I would highly recommend testing that out. I find using a walking foot is really easy with this material. Since it can be a little slippery, the walking foot just helps keep everything in line, and you'll have no issues when you're using it. And last but not least, always be careful when using any sort of heat with this. So check if your mesh can handle an iron or not. Sometimes they can melt. So now I'm just going to cut out a little bit here so we can do a test. So I have two different pieces, and we are just going to take a seam along the right hand side. So I've matched up those two edges. I'm going to use quilting clips because, again, it helps the mesh stay in place a lot easier. And then we are just going to now take this over to my sewing machine. I am going to show you how to do a French seam, just in case you're curious what that looks like. So first, I have my walking foot all set up, and I'm going to take a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I'm just using a straight stitch. The mesh that I'm using is not stretch. And now I'm just going to go through and just take that seam all the way down. And then I am back stitching at the beginning and end. And then I'm just going to trim off some of the seam allowance to get to around 1/8 of an inch or so. So you can see that there's a little seam allowance there. And then I'm going to fold this and have that seam allowance now go kind of be sandwiched between these two layers. And now I'm just going to pin all of this up again. I'm just using my quilting clips. And now I'm going to take another 1/4 inch seam allowance. And what we're doing is basically encasing that extra raw edge so that we're not going to really have to worry about it being seen. It's not coming undone. And this is just going to give us a really nice and clean look. And you could do this for a full project if you wanted to. The only caution I would have is that French seams don't really work well on curves. So for like any curves, you are really going to want to use bias tape to cover that up. So here's what it looks like. As you can see, very quick, very easy to do. It gives our mesh a really nice look. You don't have to worry about seeing any uneven seam allowances or edges. And now you could go along with the rest of your project. So let me know how you like to use mesh fabric. I find it so interesting, and you can really find it in really any athletic wear type section of your fabric store, but I definitely want to try to use more since I did get so much in a mystery box. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next.